Started, I want to give a huge shout out to Palmetto State Armory, especially a shipping manager named Casey. I called him up and said, hey, I wonder if I can get this expedited. Put me at the top of the list. Sorry, everyone else. So if I can get this to do a video on it. And they said, sure. So they actually sent it out, I think it was about 2 days after I ordered, 3 days after I ordered, got it earlier today. So huge shout out to them. I really appreciate it. We'll be doing a range day video with this next, along with a range day video on the magazines for the Scorpion 2. So let's get started. It is unloaded. Fit and finish. Finish is great. I don't really see any blemishes on this whatsoever. Finish is better than my, Arsenal 104 UR. It's better than my Mini Draco, all those. I'd compare it to AR finish. The bluing on it's pretty good. The fit, on the other hand, the only thing I have an issue with is the safety lever. You can see that actually it goes right above the dust cover, which is kind of annoying. There's a pretty decent sized gap in between the dust cover and the safety lever. Something cool, safe auto fire. That's pretty neat. It does have the dimples to hold it on the auto. Fires on both. Obviously not full auto, but pretty neat. I wish the giant Palmetto with the cannons wasn't on there, but you gotta get your advertising in there somehow. Fit other than that is pretty good. No wobbles. It feels solid. It feels heavy. It is relatively heavy, but overall it feels really solid. The only other issue I had with fit was with the actual Scorpion magazines. You had to file down the locking nub or whatever you want to call that. And I filed this down. I probably should take a little bit more off. You gotta really jam it in there for it to stay. There it goes. With the introduction of these, steel reinforced lips, 35 round mags. This works perfectly in the Scorpion, fits in, great. No mag wobble, pops right out. Even better than the actual, 30 round mags from CZ. So these, I'm really excited to use these in the Scorpion 2 on my SBR. I did notice too, I don't know why they did this. I mean, it's kind of neat. They've got kind of a rubber pad on the bottom. As you can see, these are the hard plastic, but these are rubber. So we'll do a video on these two next week when I finally get up to the range. But we'll look at the internals here quick. This does have a little buffer, kind of like a Mini Draco or a Micro Draco. And then, as you can see, looks pretty good. A little bit of machining marks on the bolt carrier group. They're not bad. I mean, it's just not super, I'm not quite sure if you can see they're not super smooth, but it's all right. I got a pretty low number, 564. So we'll see when the newer models come out, we'll see what happens there. Again, little tooling marks in the back of that too. I did notice also that they do include a retaining plate instead of a shepherd's hook. Not sure if you can see it in there, but that's a nice add. Also, I noticed the buffer tube kind of assembly, or the stock buffer tube area. You take these two bolts out, I believe, and this whole back comes out. The rear, yeah, I suppose the rear comes out too. I'll check it. We'll take it apart and see what happens. But all the internals look good. The trigger pull on it is relatively long. It's nothing that's, I don't know what the poundage is. I don't have a scale or anything like that. But it's long, but it's crisp, which is nice. And then the reset on it, actually the reset's pretty long too, unfortunately. But I didn't really expect anything else. That being said, overall, it's pretty good. I'm going to take this apart, actually. I shouldn't have put that all back together. But I'm going to take this apart to see. I'll take all those out. as well. And we'll go from there to see what happens. After a few minutes here, I figured out that there are 3 bolts actually holding this on. And if that looks familiar to you, that looks like that may fit a wood stock actually right in there. I may be incorrect, but that looks like a wasser or just a normal AKM stock retainer. Anyway, long story short, there are 3 bolts that hold this in. To get this off, to get the whole buffer tube assembly off, actually you pop the top, take out these 2 screws right here, and then undo the castle nut, pull that off, and then there's actually one more little bolt that holds right in the back here. So if I'm correct, let me know in the comments, but that looks pretty similar to what a normal AKM would be for a stock. Put a stock right in there. Anyway, give me a second. I'm gonna throw this back together and then we'll continue. And we're back. So yeah, that's gonna be nice. If that actually is what I think that is, that's gonna be super easy to SBR. I mean, it's super easy to SBR anyway. Just pop this off and throw a stock on there. But if you wanted to change out, I think JMac has some adapters that fit right on that back tank. I'm gonna be excited to shoot this and do a range day on it. Muzzle brake looks nice, dual chamber with the ports on top. But overall, you know what? I'm optimistically impressed. Or yeah, I suppose optimistically impressed. It's looking like, make sure I get this freaking thing back in. It's looking good. Like I said, fit and finish is great. I did see on one of the AK pages that someone was having issues with their trigger, and I haven't seen that yet with this. Trigger works great. Oh, sidetracked again. The bolt release is pretty cool. Right there. That sends it forward. So when you actually load the mag, your thumb is just right there. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, this was just, I'm discovering this just like everyone else. But so far, I mean, I like it. Fit and finish is great. The only issue, and that kind of worries me a little bit, is that the Scorpion mags don't seat. I got a couple others I'm going to try on that too, but the AKV mag works great in the Scorpion. I don't know if it will fire yet, but it loads great. So we'll see. But let me know if you have any questions on anything down in the comments. Subscribe if you could. We're going to have a review on the mags. We're going to have a review on these mags in the Scorpion. And we'll do a range day with this. Give me about 3 to 4 days, 5 days. Yeah, actually, we'll be up there and I'll be shooting this, posting those videos too. So let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe if you can. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. But yeah, overall, relatively good. I like it. I think it'll be neat.